Hello everyone, my name is Satyam. In this video, let's dive into functions. Let's get started. So we define a function by using the def keyword followed by the function name. Let's say fun. So fun here is the function name followed by parentheses. And now we can write the body of the function. Let's write it very simple. Let's simply write a print statement inside function. Okay. Now if we execute this code, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Okay, although we have written this function, it's not enough. We must call it. Okay, so remember, a function will be executed only when it gets called. Okay, so how do you call a function? By simply writing the function name followed by parenthesis. Okay, now if we run this code, what will happen? Inside function is printed. So what is the execution of the program? Let's see this. So the parser is actually parsing from the beginning of the file. So whenever it sees a definition of a function, what it will do? It will do nothing. It will simply remember that a function named fun is defined somewhere in this file. Okay, it will remember that. It will keep a note of it, but it will not execute this function right away. Okay, so it will keep a note and it will ignore everything inside the function. It will come to the next line. So now fun, when it finds this fun followed by parenthesis, it knows that this is a function call, and it also remembers that there is a definition of this function somewhere in this file. So what it will do, right from here it will go back to line number 1 where it is defined. So it will go inside the function and it will print it. So from line number 4 it will go back to line number 1 and then it will execute it. So if I run this code now inside function, okay, let's understand this. Let's confirm it. Let's confirm the execution. Okay, before function. Okay, after function, just for confirmation. Okay, and let's write start. Okay, so what will be the flow of the program? Now first of all, this statement is executed, so start will be printed, right? Next, this will not be executed, it will keep a note of it. So inside function will not be printed now. Next, it will go to line number 5. Now what will happen? It will print before function. Okay, after that it will go to fun. Now it knows that it has to go back, so it will go inside function. Again it will come back from the function. Always remember, when the function body is completed, when it is complete, then the execution will come back, will return back to where the function was called. Okay, so it will come back to line number 6 at the end of line number 6. So it will go to line number 7 now and it will print after function. So if I print this, if I run this code, what will happen? Start followed by before function followed by inside function followed by after function. Hope it is very clear, right? Now let's do something. Let's not simply print something. Let's add two numbers. Okay, so how do you add two numbers? Okay, you can send it as parameters. Okay, so let me send 5 and 7 using a comma. Okay, so these two numbers are sent from the main part of the file. Okay, this is the main part. Okay, and this is inside the function part. Now how will you get this 5 and 7? Since we are sending it from here, sending the two numbers from the main area, so I must receive it in the function definition using some variables, maybe a comma b. So what will happen? 5 will be copied to a and 7 will be copied to b. Now what I can do is I can simply write print a plus b. Okay, now if I run this code, what will happen? 12 is printed. So in this way you send some arguments or parameters. See, there's a difference between arguments and parameters. Okay, let's clear it now. So when you send the actual values are called arguments. Okay, and the ones which are used to the variables which are used in the function definition to receive the arguments are called parameters. So a and b are the parameters, and 5 and 7 are called the arguments. Okay, they are very similar but two different names, right? So we can use this for any number. Okay, maybe 12 comma 120 maybe, right? So if I run this code, so see what's so special about this. The special thing about this is that we are writing the code once and we are using it multiple times throughout our program, right? So whenever there is a necessity that we'll be using the same piece of code a number of times, multiple times in our program, then what we'll do, we'll simply write it as a function, write the entire code as a function. Now in this case, you will maybe you are not convinced. You will say that print a plus b, we could have simply written print 5 plus 7, print 6 plus 9, print 12 plus 120. That would be better. Yes, I agree. But let's say I do not want a single statement function. Maybe I want to do something more with it. Let's say I want to do this: c equal to a into 5, d equal to maybe b minus 8. Okay, after that maybe I want to print c into d. Now tell me, is this a better approach, or would you have simply written all these statements for every set of new numbers? Yes, this is a better approach, right? So this is a better approach. That is why a function is used. So whenever you want a single code to be used multiple times throughout your program, in that case you will be using what? Functions, right? So this is a very basic video on functions. In the next video we'll be seeing the default arguments and maybe keyword arguments and all that. Okay, so hope you learned something from this video, and let's see you in the next video. Bye.